Silent treatment in relationships is common, but I'll tell you what's not really understood. The person who is dishing out the silent treatment is actually just as uncomfortable as the one who's on the receiving end of the silent treatment. There seems to be some kind of narrative that the one who's dishing out the silent treatment is holding the power. They're not. Usually what happens is when they're young, they find a way to cope very often, and one of those ways of coping is by shutting down. And then this is what is being translated into their older life, that when they have an argument or when there's a discomfort in their relationship, they shut down, and that's the silent treatment. They don't really know how else to cope with the discomfort other than to shut down. So think about this scenario. Here's the person who's receiving the silent treatment. Here's the person who's dishing out the silent treatment. And the dynamic that tends to happen is the person starts to get anxious, the person who's on the receiving end. So they start to pursue the person in the silent treatment more and more. And this is what happens. They move further and further, and they move closer and closer, and they move further and further. The thing that really supports is for this person to step back, to allow some distance, and from a safe and distant place to say, I'm here when you're ready to talk, and to get on with their own lives. Because actually, underneath it all, what the person dishing out the silent treatment is really craving is the contact too. But they haven't yet learned how to say that.